if my heart opened to everything with love? What if I knew only the truth? What if my mind accepted everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within the spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. Oh, Mother, Father, Spirit, guide us from above. Our sons and daughters look to us to show them love. Come, sisters, brothers, let's hold hands and sing as one, that we will be what we've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within the spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? Love. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I heard? What if I gave? What if my hand reached out to everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within the spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. And I know the first step begins within me. What if I felt perfectly whole? What if my heart opened to everything with love? What if I knew only the truth? What if my mind accepted everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must be what we've come here to be. What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within the spirit that it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? Love. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I heard? What if I gave? What if my hand reached out to everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His spirit and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. And I know the first step begins within me. What if I felt perfectly whole? What if my heart opened to everything with love? What if I knew only the truth? What What if I did? What if I said? What if I loved?
Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izuku and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
Saying it's not there, but
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, I guess we're saying good morning to everybody too.
Happy
morning.
Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Yes. Oh, let me check. Make sure we're good.
We gotta make sure the sounds are on.
Are we on? Are we on?
Because we know our technology.
Yes, we are.
Hey, we're working today.
I am just I'm not going to say anything. I'm just happy that works. Okay, then.
Yes, we're very grateful. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, universe. Or whatever.
There we go.
Technology universe.
Well,
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. I see you have a chocolate unwrapped.
You know I'm ready.
Yes, but you
I'm
will
ready.
be praying us in, so you're going to have to wait on
Right.
that. Yes.
And then the ambulance is making sure
Yeah,
everybody's
so
aware.
we're going to send some love that direction as well.
No kidding, always.
And before we do get started, I just wanted to mention to those that are part of our previous community of Creative Living Fellowship that we did have the passing of two people that were dear to us, Sharon Davis and Reverend Catherine McDowell. So I just wanted to make sure that we held them both in love and their families, and just to let our congregation know.
Thanks for remembering to do that. I'm awful at remembering that.
I
sort
wrote
of
it
stuff.
down.
I appreciate you. She's so good. I appreciate that.
Try to write things down.
Yes. I know, I miss that our community. Oh, so let's take a deep breath coming into this space together. Take another deep breath coming into the present moment together. Recognizing there is only one. There's one life, one love, one divine energy moving, breathing in as and through each one of us, through everything. We are that divine energy. We express it uniquely, perfectly, wholly. We are that love in our own unique expression. And as I speak my word from my place of knowing the truth of who and whose we are, I know that the law of God only says yes to what I say now about our time together, knowing that as we allow ourselves to be present, to stay in this moment, we receive what is ours to receive. We receive the love, the connection, we receive the ideas, the sharing, the stories. We receive what is for us and let anything else go. We know that we are all connected in this vast web of the divine. And we send love out to anyone experiencing anything other than that this morning. As we take a breath in and release it, we send out our light into the world, knowing that that is a superpower we possess. Our light of love, our light of joy, our light of that connection. Knowing that as we do, we cause that ripple. We surround each other, our world, in our love and our light. And I'm grateful to be having that awareness, to know that that is a power I possess and that we all possess at any time. Anytime we feel that need, we can do that. We can take a deep breath in and release our light and love outward. And so I let this time together, our time today, I let it go and trust and know that it has already been done perfectly in the mind of God. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you. Beautiful. Wow. Can you believe it's already February? Like,
It's already Valentine's Day.
I
Stop
feel
it.
like this year has already just swung on by, and
I know.
I haven't even gotten used to write 26 yet.
Are you still doing the 25 and crossing it out?
Yeah.
Or actually, 25 and 26 are pretty good because all you gotta do is
Because
fix.
yeah.
You just fix it. Nobody
Put a little-
knows. Nobody has to
Oh,
know.
we all know. We all know. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
So speaking of math and
No,
that
we're
kind of
speaking
thing.
math.
We are speaking
Yeah,
of math when it comes to that. So I'm gonna out my daughter. She's gonna love this part. She wanted to plan her birthday party because hobbits become adults at 33.
Oh.
And so we
Love
were
it.
discussing all of this, second breakfast, watch all the movies,
Oh, how fun.
right? Only thing is the kid was born in 92.
Oh.
Do the math.
I know this
So
already because
I
my oldest
said-
was born in 92.
So I sent her a text and I go, were you just messing with me? Because you're going to be 34 this
yes,
year.
ma'am.
And she is now not talking to me.
Oh,
Yeah, she actually even told her father on me. She said, Mom was very rude and explained to me that I was not going to turn 33, that I was going to turn 34. And he forbid her to turn 34. And she said, fine, I'm going to let Mom know. And there
so
you have
having
it.
the party then? We're still having the party or
So
no?
I don't know. I
So
think
I
she's
don't know.
still going to go with the party, but yes.
Okay.
So time is,
So
it's not just when we get older. That was my point of that.
Yes,
A
yes.
lot of times I think, oh, because I'm getting older, time goes quickly. Apparently it does so for the 30-year-olds as
Yes.
well. Who then still start, because that's the time period you start to complain about getting older, is in your 30s. Remember? Remember, right?
Yeah,
You'd
so
be
long
like,
ago for me.
Just wait.
it was a minute.
Well, I used to tell when Jordan was in his approaching his 20s, I used to say, I don't know how you're going to be 19. I'm only 23. That doesn't add up very well. And he'd say, stop it, mother, stop it. Stop saying that. And I'm like, why does that bother you so much if I'm 23? I don't understand what your problem is right now. And then he became 23. I said, well, this ruins everything for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find another number now. And he just gets so annoyed when I do that, but I love doing that.
I would just feel like, well, I can't wait till you're older than me.
I know, I love it, right?
There you have it.
True, what do you think? I don't know how you're already 15 and I'm only 23.
He's 15?
Yeah.
I thought they were 13.
What? Okay, so
It happens quickly.
How did that, with a mustache?
he's gonna drive this year.
Yeah, you
He
do
has a
have a lot of
mustache and a
facial hair.
goatee, yes,
Yeah.
and he's
And
taller
I
than
did
everybody.
notice that you have added like 6 inches to your height recently. Yeah,
With
his
his
hair
glorious,
has
with his
made him-
glorious afro.
his hair
It
has
is
made
quite
him now like
glorious.
6'6".
Yeah, I know. It is.
So there was this comment that we had one time for Sofa Sundays that we spend too much time doing this
Oh,
before
so
we
fun.
pray in. So we
But it's so
changed
fun.
it to pray in first and then.
And then
And
so
then
fun.
we did it.
But we're gonna get to the topic, so it's okay. Don't worry. We're getting
getting here. We have to warm up.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
It's like our own comedy routine, whether
That's
it's funny or
right.
not. We
We're hilarious.
enjoy ourselves. I mean, we're here every Sunday, aren't we?
Exactly.
So come on.
Exactly.
So the topic is, I allow love to lead all I do. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I was gonna say,
Right.
I'd like to be able to, I am gonna be I claim this, but it
Yes.
is not all I do. I try, but not
So
try, or what is it? Try, what is it?
What,
There is
you're
no
the
try.
Yoda?
There is no
There's no
try.
tries,
Oh,
there's
okay.
no try.
Okay, well then I guess I
Yeah.
don't always do it, but I want to be that way.
So we went to Tucson,
Tucson.
for the gem.
We
and
love
rock
it.
show.
Love it.
Right. So, but part of going to Tucson is actually driving to Tucson.
I know.
On the
Yes,
10.
Yes.
That is a
Not a
good
good
portion
time.
of it. It's a two-lane
Not a
highway.
good time.
Yeah, it can be a very
And
long
cops everywhere, so you
experience.
can't even make it go faster.
Well, thanks to Google, they let you know beforehand, but when there's traffic, you're not going that fast anyway. So, that's part of the, experience. So we only did it, we went one night we went Friday through Saturday, came home yesterday, and, as we're coming home, that's when we start to experience it. As you leaving Tucson, there's traffic, and then there's this open road time period, and then as you get closer to Casa Grande, you start to experience traffic again. And driving with love is an experience, because
See how she.
right, because we all know Reverend Jeannie has some driving, experiences, and I find that most humans who drive, this is where I can connect, right? I can say, you understand when somebody cuts you off, or the person is in the fast lane not going fast, or, there is some experience like where you want to say, mind your own business and keep on driving instead of looky-looing and those type of things. And so experiencing all of that with love, is a way of being, not a reward, right? Doing life with love is a way of being. So that includes our driving habits, and when we're cranky after 15,000 steps at the rock
Cleaning
show.
the dishes,
Exactly.
on and on, right?
There are times, because it's easy to love when you're newly in love. That's a good one. Everything's going well. You're complimented. People enjoy being in your company. You're having a great day. Nothing's going wrong. It's lovely and easy to allow and lead with love when those things happen. But that's not what we're talking about today. We are talking about allowing love to lead us in all we do when those things aren't the way. And if you woke up in the United States of America, you might know what I mean.
Yes.
That is harder right now. It is harder to lead with love when you wake up to the news. It is harder to lead with love when you're diametrically opposed to people in your family or your best friends or the guy on the street. It is harder to lead with love when the things that come across your social media hurt your heart or a friend hurts your heart. So these are the time periods where we need to date. We need to find that love and reach out from there, because love is not a reward, it's the way of being. So that is where I was coming from today.
I love that. And it's actually also just what we are. It's what we are, what we're made of. We are love. Even though sometimes people don't act like that, but they are that. They've just forgotten, or the other side of that coin is the opposite of that, So we are that. And I think a lot of the distress that we have is when we're not allowing it to lead us. When we are joining with this other stuff that's going on in the world and acting accordingly to that instead, so I don't like what's happening on the news. So instead of having love lead what I do next, I let that lead what I do next. And that's where the discord comes in. That's where oftentimes we don't even realize that that's what the problem is. We think it's that.
Right.
We think, well, that I'm angry, that's happening, whoa, and then going out there and putting it on Instagram, all this stuff. But the discord is coming also from not letting love lead. You're letting that lead, and you're joining forces with that when you allow that to lead you. The very thing we don't want. And that's really sometimes difficult to understand or get that, because I feel like if something's happening and I fight against it, right, or I get angry about it, or I protest it or whatever, that I am the opposite of that.
Right.
But energy is energy.
What about when your response is fear?
Yeah.
That
Right.
seems like love would also.
Love is the opposite of love is also fear. So thank you. So you could have a fear response, not an anger response. You could have a fear response.
Which is generally underneath the anger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we're,
Right.
and
Yes, thank you. I
you
love
know,
that. It's
and
a layered.
it's absolutely a layered. And what is fear, right? Fear is, I'm going to lose something I have. I'm not going to get something I want. Right? There's we are. That's my English today.
I love it. Do it.
There's we are in our thing. Arr. So
See,
now
it's
that
like a little comedy
this
show
is-
sometimes. We don't know.
these are the kind you never know.
We don't know what's going
You
to happen.
never know. And when that happens, when we get in fear, when I get in fear, so my first response is, how do I control this fear? I don't know what you guys have, but that is.
But I was going to ask you, what
Yeah.
that's
My
I think
first
inquiring minds want
response-
to know. What
Yeah,
are
my
we doing
first
about it?
response is, I am afraid. I am afraid of losing whatever source of income, a friend, my life, whatever comes up, right? So how do I control this? That's my first thought. Where can I? How can I? And there are two ways I do this. One I recommend, one I do not. But hey, in recovery, when I'm sponsoring women, I always say, but you can be my guinea pig. This is what I did and it didn't work out, but you're free to try it again. Right? So you're free to try the not so good part if you choose. So when I try to control things without love, that's usually when I have decided to go outside of me. Because remember, there's only one. So if there is only one person, one thing, one atmosphere happening, then me trying to control a situation is probably not going to work, right? Because now I'm trying to manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
I am maybe guilting or shaming myself or another. I am possibly making myself higher, and them lower, right? I'm doing all the things that create an either or situation, an us-them situation when I try to control and out of fear. Now, you're welcome to try it. It's never worked out for me. So now here's my second way of handling my fears. First, I name it. First, I have to name what it is that I am really afraid of, what it is that I'm missing, what it is that I am afraid that I am going to lose. Because sometimes we react before we even know what we're reacting about,
sure.
right?
For sure.
Like, we just,
What?
What?
So you name it Jim?
What's
So
that?
you name it Jim?
Do you name it Jim?
I mean, you could. That might work.
Yeah. There you go. So that's the first thing, is naming it. What is this happening? The second one is, what is my impulse to do? is it? And I know for me, usually it's control, but it could be to push, to have push energy, right? To withdraw, or to be a fix-it fairy. I'm also very good at that one too. What can I do to make everybody else better so I
take
feel
care of it all.
okay?
Yes, take care of everything.
Yes. You know, my mommy manage.
Oh,
That's I say I'm a mommy manager minister, right? Like if I can,
Momager.
yeah, momager.
momager. Oh.
Yes, if I'm a momager. And, you know, so if I can make everything better and I can comfort and I can make everything okay and I can bless you in the process, then I'm okay.
Yes.
Right? So that's my fix it fairy routine. So now, if I change that and I say, if love were in charge, what's the very next step? Not the end, not the fix, not the completion, but what's the very next step? So if we pick something from recent news articles,
Oh, Lord.
I was very offended and upset about the meme during Black History Month of our previous president and his wife. I was very offended and upset about that. And so the next thing I did in love was I didn't share the meme and show how offended I was about that.
There you go.
Right?
Mhm.
But what I did celebrate was the fact that President Obama and Michelle Obama are beyond reproach, celebrating who they are, not just as world leaders, but who they were in making Black history and celebrating them as who they are and not giving any energy
Thank you.
to the other.
High five right here. Thank
Right?
you. That's what I'm talking about. That's
Yes. So
That's
that's
what I'm talking about.
an example of how we lead with love,
Mhm.
because it would be very easy to go on and say, do you know, blah, 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 blah. And there were many people who did that.
And how does that feel?
It feels icky. Yeah, it's, ugh.
It's the same as what that feels.
Exactly.
You're just continuing the same energy.
Energy, right? And we
You're
don't
adding
want
to
that.
it. Like you're pouring more fuel
Right.
on the fire.
We don't want that
More people are
frequency.
seeing it now. More people are aware of it now. More people.
Right,
That's
we
not
don't
the
want that
opposite.
frequency.
But you said, no, I'm going to do the
Mhm.
other opposite, the love side of the coin.
And bring that.
And it's beautiful what you did.
Yeah. And that's what we
I
bring.
mic today, I feel like.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're just talking without
I
mine.
know. But you know, that's exactly, we talk about that so much on the sofa about how we show up. You know, our powers are to show up in love, show up, you know, to not add to that energy, to add to the energy we want to see, not what we don't want to see. It's easier said than done, because you have to be able to get yourself in a place of calm thinking. And when you ask yourself that question of, you know, what would love do next? You pulled yourself into the present moment when you ask that. What's actually happening? This is what's happening. What would love do next? Oh, that's my next move. You have all the answers. You already know what to do. You just have to ask the question
Right.
in the present moment. If you ask the question in your anger, you know, oh, you know, what am I, how am I going to get them back and whatever? The answer is wrong. The answer is for the anger.
Mhm.
Right?
And that energy, like you said, right? All we are is energy.
That's it.
That's all we are.
Yep.
We're just energy
Yep.
in form.
Mhm.
So when we look at emotion, that is energy in motion,
Yeah.
right? So that's us in motion. And with this is, what are we adding to the field of possibility? What are we adding to this vibration and this frequency? We are, make no mistake, we are at a tipping point for
Yes,
that
sir.
vibration
Yes, sir.
and that frequency. And the part that is dying off in this 3D world is fighting for its life. That is why we're seeing this ugliness and this lack of ownership and all the ick. I mean, for the best word I can come up with, right, is this nauseating ick that you see being out there, you know, file after file, name after name. This frequency is not where we want to be, but they want to live. they want to live. I mean, if anybody's ever weeded their yard and sprayed weed eater, you see what happens when they get hit, man. There'll be a little green piece over here, when you have one running away, and and that's kind of what we see happening in our world right now. There are some weeds that are dying off, and there are others that are digging in deeper. They're doubling down.
Yeah.
And we have to stay with our frequency. We have to stay with love, because we cannot be a vibrational match for that which is dying.
I agree. It reminds me of a woman named Janine that I used to be when I was a teacher about 26 years ago. She was the principal.
When you were 4?
Yes, I was 4 years old. She was the principal. She owned a charter school, and she was my first job as a teacher. She hired me right out of after graduating, and within that year, that first year, she discovered she had cancer, and so she was fighting to not have this take over, her life. And so instead of, and they actually at one point had told her, get your affairs in order. Probably about 3 months, 3 to 6 months, and she was like, what? And her daughter was young. Her daughter was too young to be in the school yet. She was like 3, I think. And so she hadn't even started the school. And the whole goal was for her to build a school for her daughter to go to. And she just, instead of doing that, she said she did have, I remember her talking about it was a night of despair and it was awful. And then she got her head on right and went, well, wait a minute. Oh, not without a fight. I don't think so. Like, no, I have things to do. I'm here to do some things. I had goals, I had plans. And she just stayed the course. She actually came to the doctors and said, look, so what was happening was she had lymph nodes that weren't responding. So she had read somewhere that it could be not the cancer that they think it is. Maybe it's something else that just happens to be showing up here. So she fought for them to test it for something else. And she was right. It was not, it was something else. So when they started to hit it with that medicine, it started to respond. And I'll never forget her getting all the treatments that she would get, and she'd be in the school that next day. And I'd say, why are you here? She said, because her goal was that school was going to be up and functioning for her daughter, whether she was here or not, but she had to get it off the ground. It was kind of brand new and it wasn't stable enough. And so she was still in there. I remember she had stem cell transplant and she was with a face mask and everybody had to stay away from her. And she was still doing stuff and it was like a fight, what I'm trying to say, she was fighting against time to make sure that her goals happened if she couldn't beat this thing. And she lived for another almost, I think, 3.5 years. So if you do that math, her daughter had started the school. She was in kindergarten and she was in that school. The school does still exist today. And this was 20-something years ago. So the school does still operate. It's a really cool school because there was a whole animal program in the school. So she believed that children should be exposed to kindness of animals. And we had a little mini farm. We had a horse and some other farm animals, and each grade had an animal that they were in charge of caring for, and it was just the craziest.
So cool.
Yeah, I taught the 5th level, which was 6th, 7th, and 8th grade all at one time, and we took care of the horse. The horse was our responsibility. So they shoveled, went in there, cleaned the stall, gave them a bath. It was the coolest environment. This was her vision and what she'd wanted to create, and she made sure before she left the earth that was safe, and that her daughter was learning in a way that she wanted her daughter to have. And I'll never forget that. I was really upset that she didn't survive it. And at the same time, she did accomplish the goals that she had for her life. And I just think, she could have gone the way fear wanted to go. And I don't think she would have lived past the 3 months. Had she said, oh my gosh, I have 3 months, woe is me, and if she had succumbed to that, I guarantee you she would not have survived. But because she said, oh, I don't think so. Oh, no, I have stuff to do and goals for my daughter. And she pushed, and they even said some of the procedures that they did, they would never have done, except that her attitude was so off the charts that they tried, because they thought, well, if anybody's going to make it happen, it's going to be her.
Right.
And she kept doing it. So it's like, you find the thing that your purpose, your love, your whatever that is that drives you, that's not fear. You look at the opposite thing. What do you want to see in the world?
Right.
What do you want it to look like? And that's what you did. You said, I don't want to see memes like that. So I'm not going to share that. That is counterintuitive, that I don't want to see that. I was offended. Why would I share that?
Offend somebody
That
else?
makes no sense. However, how many people did share it? Like, look what he's done, and all of a sudden, not even realizing what they're doing. But you said, no, what would love do right now? Well, love would honor these things. And you shifted that around.
Right.
That is such a powerful idea of take a minute, ask, what would love do? You are love, you already know, but you don't ask. So you don't know, you're just reacting.
Right. And that goes for how we deal with, small relationships between two people, to our political or work or what, larger relationship type of situations. Dakota and I went to dinner after a very long day yesterday and driving, and we were talking about some of the experiences that we had that were amazing. But at the end of the day, I was very cranky. My feet hurt. We had gone over 15,000 steps. I was just not in the mood, and, blah, blah, blah. And what I had noticed was I didn't automatically react with love at the end. I wasn't there, people.
She's honest.
I am
authentic
honest.
on the sofa.
But when we were talking, I said, you know what I love about us is that, well, yes, that does happen. We have cranky moments. They really are moments. Mm-hmm. It used to be, my experience would be, I would be cranky and the partner I was with would say something that would not help.
Right.
And I'd be off to the races. Mm-hmm. That would be it. And we would now have a bad experience for the next day, 2 week, month, whatever. Like, there was no ending this experience because now it was tit for tat and you made me mad and what. Like, I definitely used to have a very different way of handling this. But being with someone who also thinks, what would love do next? I'm not saying that she doesn't also have a moment of crankiness. That happens too. But we are able to say, hey, I need a do-over. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm cranky too. My feet hurt too. Do you want to go sit down? Whatever the case may be. But there is this moment, right? And that's what I'm saying, is just ask, what would love do next? Let's not solve the world's issues, right? We don't need to do that. We only do that on the sofa when the mics go out. That's right. That's when we solve everything. But you're not in the room, you won't know the answer. Secrets. That's the truth. And
so you need to be here, people.
So you need to be here to know those solutions. But that's the thing, is like, what is my next step? So that's the call this week, Sofa Sundays.
It's like back at choice, right?
Yes, always. Always.
You're always at choice.
You're always at choice.
Every breath you're at choice.
Exactly.
We do forget.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, because all that negativity and all that stuff is really loud.
And sometimes we get overwhelmed.
So much, and we do get overwhelmed.
Right? When you get overwhelmed, you can walk. Have anybody ever gotten to decision despair? Like, you've made so many decisions throughout the day, and then somebody says, what do you want to eat? And you're like, I don't even care.
I know.
I don't even know if I want to eat again ever.
That's true. I was just doing that the other day. What do you guys want me to get at the store? What do you guys want for dinner? Right? And you guys be like, I don't care. I'm like, I need you to tell me, because I can't think anymore. I'm so tired.
Right. That's when you make the decision and they say, no, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what Lyric says. So Lyric goes, well, how about French bread pizzas? He goes, the one thing I don't want. It's like, no, you guys.
Exactly.
I literally would eat anything but right when she said that, I was like, oh, yeah, that's like the only thing I don't like.
Yeah.
He said it involves like tomato sauce. I'm like, not feeling pasta or anything.
Yeah, but he can't give me, he's like, I don't really care, Mom, whatever. I'm like, no, but you don't understand. I have decision fatigue. I
know.
cannot make
Just grab something.
another choice. But see, they
But
don't
that's the
understand.
thing, you can't,
You
when
get to a place where you just can't.
you can't make
You're
another
right.
decision.
I told you to ask Lyric and you didn't. You kept asking me. I was like,
Because you didn't like what Lyric picked. I
we
remember
should pick one of
being
that thing.
at the grocery store one time, this is like decades ago, and not being able to decide what toothpaste to pick. Like,
Yeah, been there.
you know, and so when it's something at that level and now we get hit with something important,
Right.
you know, what do we do, right? It's always when you say take it, you know, we're at choice, yes, and sometimes making choices is difficult. So don't beat yourself up, don't go into judgment. And my love.
Exactly. Do you know what the fan is?
I do not know where the fan is,
Yeah,
but it
right.
is
You wanna
pretty
look out
hot.
there and see?
I can turn the AC on.
Yeah, I was just thinking,
Nice. No, you're getting hot.
I-
in here.
yeah,
It's
I'm a
rare.
little-
If I'm hot, then it's hot in here. So.
I'll go turn the AC on, you keep it.
All right, I'll just keep
it
you all
going.
going. So,
Excuse me a moment.
no, but really, and it's just, well, I want to say, I was going to tell you, like, I had a little Dove candy that Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington left for us. And I opened the wrapper, and if you ever had a Dove candy, there's always like a cute little saying on the inside. It says, "Go where your heart takes you."
Oh, wow.
Come on.
How about that?
Come on, people, come on. Yeah, and I think that I love what Jeannie has kind of brought as a challenge for us is to really, I wish that was our card almost. I love to lead all that I do, but really, like, what would love do next? What would love do next? Maybe write it on your card. What would love do next? I really feel like that's our challenge right now is not getting caught up in what the fear is doing and the anger is doing and all of that is doing, because it's so easy to go with that and not even realize that you're adding to it. You think you're standing against it, but if you're against something, it's the same energy. But what's the love? What could I do that would truly counter it? That would truly overpower it? What would that actually be? And that's what love does. That's the only option we have. We can't meet it with our anger and our fear and our hatred and our wish it was something else. I wish these people never existed. We can't, it's the same thing. We are matching them with all of our power. We are matching them and giving it to them. And it's just, and when you sit here and talk about it, it's like, oh, it makes me crazy. And then at the same time, it's so easy to forget and get caught up in it. But if we can just remember the simple phrase of you see something or feel something and it doesn't feel good, to take that breath and say, what would love do next? Just, that's going to pull you right back into the present moment and give you the right answer. And then you got to run with that answer, because while Jeannie got her answer and it seemed logical and she moved with it, that answer doesn't always come back and be logical.
Right.
Sometimes it's something like you're like, what? So you got to trust that answer and go with it. Because I think this is going to be our way out of this thing. And I feel like some of this stuff that's out here is really bad. I mean, it's shockingly bad. At the same time, if it causes the rest of us to up level, right? And to rely on our truth and our love and to build that muscle in us and our superpowers even more, then so be it. Then that's its purpose, maybe, to create, it's always for our own good. And if I believe that,
Right.
sometimes we need.
If we're truly believing there is only one,
Yes.
then the other is us.
Yeah.
We are one. And like I said, this is just part of this beautiful garden that we're in. And sometimes it takes a little effort for weeds to die.
Yeah.
And weeds don't want to die. They want life as well.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes this takes effort, right? But it's not going to be an effort where we all start at that vibration, because then we'll all go.
Yeah.
Right? And nobody wants that. You know, not just do I not want a physical civil war, but this emotional and spiritual civil war that has been going on in our country, in our world. It's not just our country. You know, it's been going on in our world. And this is maybe the second, maybe third time in my lifetime, you know, and I'm thinking back to as being a young child during Vietnam, that we are part of an experience that is so divisive, right? And that I'm aware. I know there's probably been many more. I'm just saying that I was very aware as a child about the division along Vietnam because my uncles were over. And then when 9/11 happened, you know, I was a grown up and I was very aware of it because I was married to a military man. And I also worked for a company where we did military telephone directories. So all my sales people were on military bases or in military areas. So I remember that. And now this, you know, this time period over the last, I'm going to say over the last decade of our lives, we have had such a division among people in our country and now our country and the world, which is a sad thing to think of. And to have this, we need to step into our greatness, into our love. And, you know, I'm going to give this invitation out again. We have our Reverend Tina she's in Mesa, way out there in Mesa. But anyway, this evening's Buddhist scholar Geshe Nyawang Sonam, and I probably butchered that, but anyway, from the office of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. This is the Dalai Lama's translator. He is speaking, and it is on how to stay calm and avoid getting angry. So this is a love offering potluck at 4 p.m. today. So if you're interested, just reach out under here and I'll send you the information. But absolutely amazing to be part of the world where we can make a difference. You know, I was not in a state of consciousness over previous things as I have been over this last decade. And so, you know, and I can't even say over the last decade that I have been at the point that I am right now, where I am in love versus despair. You know, but don't get me wrong, I hit despair at times.
Right.
But I am in love with this world. You know, we don't have another place to go. It's not like Mars is calling, right? This is it, people. This is our planet. This is our place. And you can move about the planet. That is an option. That is a choice you can make. That right here, right now, in today, our choice that makes it better to breathe is love.
That is the choice of choices, for sure. I want to see if anybody wants to share at this time. Do you have anything coming up for anybody? It's awesome.
I'll share.
I had a feeling. I was feeling it. Hold on a second.
No, I feel like.
Hold on.
Oh gosh.
That way they can hear you.
Well, that's why
They won't be able to hear.
you.
Never not told that I'm quiet. No, I'm just resonating. Bing, 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 bing. Just everything. And I know when I take the time and my world aligns that I'll be here is always divine. And just like Reverend Gina, what you're saying is so perfect. And I just love and adore you so much because you are that beacon of light that I myself, and you too, Reverend Michelle, same thing, like that beacon of light for myself in the chaos. Because it's not that you don't see and feel the pain, you're alchemizing it. You are transmuting that into something that can be holding that armor of love so much stronger. That's the change that we need to see and be. And even in my own, spiritual growth and awakening, and the little, I'm gonna call them little mini daggers or pinches, that I receive, that I'm just like holding this awareness of even my own choices for today. And I've made a choice not to engage and eat anything for this evening. And it's a choice of not being a part of the conversation, not being a part of that energy, not being a part of the hate, the dichotomy of the both. I am love, and I love this country. I am an American, and this is, I love country music. I love diverse music. I love people, and I love diversity. And I'm choosing to just be with me and hold that space of love. And it's being come with that I don't care enough. And that doesn't feel so good.
Right.
Because if somebody cares to know me, I am such a caring person that goes through my own stuff, and mostly in peace, not to get people in my stuff, because I just go through it. And so I just thank you for being that light of that, coming from love, knowing that then I'm choosing for myself, and what space can I hold for today and for tomorrow and for the next day for the work that I do. And how can I find the strength of the people that can hold, okay, Lynn, you're making the right choice, because I know my choice, but it's different. It's being received different. And even a message this morning, and I just said, thank you so much for the invite. I will be spending the day you don't need to be alone. I said, I will be spending the day with myself. And I feel so fine with that. So just thank you, the confirmation is powerful. And the other thing you said, for me, it's always finding stories and analogies. And when you look at something and you can't look at the thing that isn't to make it change. You have to look at something different. An analogy, when I just did spoon bending 2 weeks ago, and at the spoon bending, when they talk about it, and you do this energy, and you're bending a spoon, and these spoons are tough, and you're in that, they meditate, you work on the energy and grounding yourself, but you don't look at the spoon that's bending. And there was one person in our group that didn't think that she could do it, and guess what? She didn't do it. But the whole point was, you can't look at what you don't have, and you don't have a bent spoon. You have to look past that, and then the thing will happen. So it's looking past that and going from the love. We're seeing, not getting caught up in a meme or something that's in front of us. How do we look past that to make the change? And literally in that moment of me seeing trees are like this, but they sway. When I'm visualizing this tree swaying, I swear to you, that spoon became soft and bent with ease. I get chilled, like the power of that, when we can't see what our eyes are seeing, we have to look past it. And that's what healing, the magic, and the change will happen with everybody that's kind of fighting things. So just thank you for helping me feel like I'm not this crazy person, because I feel so many things that I'm just coming up different than my surroundings. And sometimes it can feel lonely, but I feel okay and loved here. And so thank you.
That is a beautiful sharing. Oh my gosh, I love that. And I love exactly how you are and what you're doing.
Yeah.
I like how you talked about casting the vision of what it is. Cast it and then we work backwards. It's like the classic building a plan, right? You cast your vision and then you reverse step. How do I get to that?
Yeah.
I love how you kind of put that in my mind. Like, that's what we're doing. We're looking past the bending of the spoon and working backwards so that it appears in the present moment.
And, there's something I wanted to bring out too. This includes football teams, people. I'm just saying.
Comic relief.
Yeah, I
Comic
just,
relief.
no being mad at your friends because
Right?
they're, go Seahawks. I'm just saying.
I'm good Seahawks, so we're good. We're good up here. Yeah, is there some game coming up? What? No.
Yeah. I'm not a sports team, but I like Seattle.
There you
I
go.
like Seattle too, if it has to be.
Yeah, if it's got to be. But
It's okay.
it's okay. It's okay to have a preference. There's, that also is part of our choice, right? It's okay to have a preference. What is not okay is to make your preference everybody's preference.
Yeah, and if they don't
Right.
have your preference and something's wrong with With what?
with them, right?
Yeah.
That is not that is not how we create a life we love living,
Mm-mm.
right? We don't make other people live our life.
Right.
That's
Which is why it's so important for you to hold that boundary for yourself, because that's what you are telling yourself to do. And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter. Like, well, thank you, but this is what I know to do for me. Like, I'm not asking you to stay home and do that. Telling you that's what I'm doing, because that's what feels good for me. And the more that we honor that and do that, that's what the energy that you're putting out. You're doing exactly what we're talking about.
right. And there was this from the Dream Builder thing, because this is what you made me think of. They said in their family they have this thing. It's called feel invited, not obligated. Fino. For any invite, just have Fino.
I love it.
Feel invited, not obligated. So yeah.
I like that.
Exactly.
I do too.
Oh.
Yeah. So when, because I know that sometimes people are like, they're trying to fix it, fairy, whatever the case may be. And, we're all grown ups.
But you're invited here,
You're always invited here.
and you have to come here. So
Right.
you have
So
to.
you are obligated.
You are obligated to
This
show
is a
up.
bio. Feel invited and obligated.
Yes, yes. Feel free to feel it that way about coming to.
About coming
Sofa
to
Sundays.
Sofa Sundays.
We just want to see you. We're just kind of.
Feel obligated, not invited, phony.
Yeah.
Oh,
Feel
I love
obligated,
it.
not invited. I love that. Yeah.
Right, I love it. That's just.
Yeah,
kind of selfish. We
wow.
want you for ourselves. So
Yes,
we're
there you
selfish.
go. I love that. Though. Phony. Fino and phony.
This has been such a beautiful talk today. And again, we never know exactly where it's going to go, but I love that we are talking about what's going on, because I know there's so much stress and strife around everything that we're seeing and hearing and whatever. But
And we never want you to feel like there's some kind of spiritual bypass happening here on the sofa. It's hard to bring up the topics of today.
Yeah.
And the last year, it's been even harder.
Because we want to just have fun.
Right, we want to have fun,
positive. No.
but we want you to know that we experience that too.
Right.
And that as spiritual leaders, it's important that you feel safe, that you always feel safe here.
Yeah, and supported. And that's what, and we learn from this up here too. So we receive what is shared with us. We receive that energy. We receive it from each other, because I don't know what she's going to say either. So
Neither do I.
even she doesn't know what she's going to say. Yes.
Ever.
Right. We just let it flow. But oftentimes things that are shared, I'm reconnecting or reminded of my practice and the things that help me in my version of what's happening in this world. Right. So even though we think we all are experiencing the same things out here, we're all experiencing it through our own filters and our own way of doing that, our own
There's
reality.
8 billion people in the world. There's 8 billion worlds.
That's right.
Right.
Which is
We all have our
incredible.
own perspective.
Right.
on what's happening.
Right. So anyway, we appreciate you being here today. We appreciate you watching us. And I know you're going to pray us out.
I will.
And I'm looking forward to that. All right. Here we go.
So with the sound, this divine chime that says this time is coming to a close. Knowing that we have been enfolded in the arms of love, both as love, in love, through love, that all there is love. And that this experience over the last hour has uplifted us and encouraged us and enriched us as we have felt this and have been open to it, and as we carry it out into the world. I send blessings to leaders and teachers of all faiths, all cities, all countries, to the world, knowing that they are guided, guarded, and protected, and that each is opened as they are available to hear the divine. And this I know is done. And with great gratitude, I say thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, life. Thank you, Source, for all of this and so much more. So I let it go, call it good, and together we say,
And
so it is.
all right.
Well, thanks everyone for being here. If you felt supported this morning, if you felt a connection with us this morning, there are so many ways that you can get involved and support this community and what we're doing here on the sofa. The number one way is to share our content. Share it on Facebook. We have a public group called Sofa Sundays on Facebook. We'd love it if you would go be a member there, share our feeds, let people know that we're here. You can like it, heart it, put a little videos and GIFs in there, and then Facebook will go, oh, some good stuff's happening, and share it as well. So the more activity we can have on our Facebook group in there, the better. Same thing with YouTube. If you're seeing us here on YouTube, please subscribe, please share with others so that they know we're here and stuff's going on.
Which we so appreciate. And if you'd like to give of your treasure, please go to beginwithinministries.com and you can make a one-time donation, or you can even become a Sofa Sundays partner. Woo! Tell me how you do that, Reverend Jeannie. I'd be glad to. So you will sign up $45 a month as a single, or $75 as a partnered or family. And you get this amazing mug no matter where you live. We will send your mug. Oh, wait a minute. This is my mug shot. And you get a little Sofa Sundays
And our
chart.
new books.
And our new
journals.
books.
We get our journals.
Yes.
For the year.
So please join us. Become a Sofa Sundays partner. We are just growing and growing. We are in our 4th year now. And we have classes. If you'd like to participate, I have one going on right now calling Holy Shift. So please reach out and I'll help you get involved with that. And we have classes coming up soon as well. So just reach out. You can send us an email or click the link and let us know that you'd like to be involved.
Wonderful. Listen, we're sending you so much love from our hearts to your hearts. And just know that we're here for you. If you need anything, you can reach out to us through our Facebook group. There's a place you can message us there if you need prayer or support with that. And we just sending you love and light. Have a great week.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.